The 2-1. Breaking ball in there for a called strike, too.
Boy, he locates that all night. The Crabs going to have a long night.
2-2 to Hasse. Blakeman, not a real fast worker. Comes to the rest. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off to the right, out of the park. We were mentioning the cloud patterns last night and how the kind of purple haze, and somebody took a picture and had it posted on the Facebook page today. 2-2, 2 outs. Batter number 22, R.J. Hasse, at the bat. Blakeman's going. The pitch is low, no throw. Catcher had trouble getting it out of his glove. And so credit Blakeman with a stolen base. I almost said I think he's going to go. Did you look at him when he was leading that
notice.
time? He
No.
looked like
Really?
he wanted to go. Yeah. So now he's in scoring position. The count is full on R.J. Hasse. Anthony and Weah on deck. A look back at the runner, the 3-2. Swing and a miss on the curveball, and
Wicked.
Hasse is down, and the Crabs, however, come up with a pair of runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 left, and at the end of an inning, it's the Crabs 2 and the Rockhounds nothing. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia Regis.
I gotta go. I didn't have her credit machine working. I have to go pay for my stuff. So when you come back on, make sure you press your button down there. This button is you.
Just push it.
Where you going?
Where you going?
Section. You want something? No, I can stop getting something.
Huh?
I can get you something.
I'd rather wait till later.
Okay. Gentlemen, I brought apricots.
Good man, good man.
Kind bag of apricots over here. Nice. Dig in. Keep this regular. Don't eat too many while you're in the booth. Here, I'll be the first. That's what I was thinking. Thanks, man. 15. What a nice name. Yeah. 10. He's really great this year. 5. She's on the Nope.
Jeffrey Kirsten, after pitching a perfect first inning, returns to the mound, having been staked to a 2-run lead by his mates. They did not get the ball out of the infield, and yet they scored 2 runs. That's nice. That's helpful. All right, it'll be the middle of the order. Coming to the bat for the Rockhounds in the top of the second inning, Max Smith to lead it off. Smith 1 for 4 in last night's game. He doubled. Also walked a couple of times and struck out a couple of times. Left-handed hitter. He'll be followed by Kevin Sandry and Kenny Quilliton. The first pitch to him is high and outside, 1-0. Kirsten looks into Enwea and comes to the plate. Over but low, 2 balls and no strikes. Kirsten, much faster worker than House, the starter for the Rockhounds. The 2-0 just a bit low again. 3 balls and no strikes. The 3-0 taken for a called strike 1. The 3-1 pitch. Low, ball 4. They're going to check with the third base umpire. He said no swing. So Smith able to check and becomes the first base runner of the ball game for the Rockhounds, and that'll bring up right-handed hitting shortstop Kevin Sandry. Sandry did not play in last night's ball game. The Rockhounds have a more full roster, a fuller roster than do the Crabs at this point. Fastball for a called strike one to Sandry. Crab players will be coming in for the next week, maybe a week and a half. The 0-1 outside, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, it usually takes about 2 weeks for the Crabs to complete their roster.
One and one to Sandry. That pitch is hit in the air to left field. Coming in on it and making the catch is Fernland, 1 down.
Good fastball in on the hands.
So a fly to medium depth left field. Chase Fernland gathers it in, 1 away, and that'll bring up Kenny Quilliton, the designated hitter. Quilliton was 0 for 3 in last night's contest, right-handed hitter. And he swings and hits a little 1-hopper to the second baseman, 2-hopper. Throw to first in time. On the play, Smith moves to second. So Chung wisely picked it up, and there was no chance at the double play. It was a little, I don't know what they used to call a little humpback liner that didn't make it to the inner part of the outer part of the infield grass. Just made it to the dirt and was fielded in time to get the out at first. Moving into scoring position is Max Smith. There are 2 down, and that'll bring up Nathan Gutierrez, the left-handed hitting first baseman. Gutierrez did not play last night. Kirsten's pitch is taken for a called strike 1. Fastball at the belt, 0-1. Long look into Enwea. Kirsten's now ready. The 0-1 pitch. Oh, it's behind him. Goes to the backstop, and trotting to third base on the wild pitch is Max Smith. You talk about one that got away. That one definitely got away from him.
That was mighty wild.
Yeah, on the other side of the batter. Smith now 90 feet from home. There are 2 outs. The 1-1 to Gutierrez. Fouled off to the left and out of play. 1-2. From the set. The 1-2 pitch. High and outside. 2-2. The 2-2 offering. Swing and a miss. Got him on an off-speed pitch. Second strikeout of the ball game for Kirsten, and the Rockhounds are gone in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left at the end of an inning and a half. It's the Crabs 2 and the Rockhounds nothing. You listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. Join us at Arcata's favorite cafe on the Arcata Plaza at 846 G Street, serving breakfast all day and lunch from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. I'm talking about the Big Blue Cafe. Everything is fresh and everything is delicious. Try us once and you'll come back again and again. That's the Big Blue Cafe on the Arcata Plaza. Good breakfasts. I like their breakfasts.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Big Blue.
And on the weekends, you can see the best waiter in all of Humboldt County, and it's Friendly Sam. He'll do you good. All right. Heading into the bottom of the second inning. It'll be the bottom third of the Crabs order. Anthony Nwia will be followed by Wyatt Tucker and Chase Fernland. And Nwia 1 for 3 in last night's ball game. And Nwia, big right-handed hitter. And he takes a fastball for a strike. Anthony, 6'4", 210-pounder. The 0-1. That misses low and away. Fastball, 1-1. Howes has two pretty strong pitches, a good heater and a wicked 12-6 curve. The 1-1. That's the fastball, and that's batted back onto the screen. 1-2.
Well, and he can throw both for strikes, which is
helpful.
Very helpful, yeah.
He's ahead on the count here. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fouled down the right field line, foul, out of play, 1-2. The 1 walk he gave up in the first inning came around to score, and you'll recall that happened after we thought he had struck out Jeremiah Burks.
That's right.
On a 2-2 pitch, and then he ended up walking him. All right, 1-2 again to Nwia.
Nwia. We'll get it.
Pitch misses low. That's the curveball. 2-2. Long time between pitches. Howes now ready, and the 2-2. Low, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Very different cadences between the two moundsmen. The Rockhound pitcher takes a long time between pitches. Here's the payoff. High pop-up into shallow right field in foul territory. Second baseman coming over, and he rams into the gate but unable to make the play. Good hustle effort by Margietta. I think he's okay. Well, I hope he's okay. He ran into that, what do you call that fence there? It's not steel, but he might have caught his cleat or something.
Or he slid and hurt his knee. I mean, he slid on his knees. He may have scraped himself up a little bit.
He's gingerly walking back to his position at second base with a little bit of a limp. His coach is coming out now to make sure he's okay. All right, he's gonna stay in the ball game, but he's gonna feel that one. All right, this is a long at bat for Anthony Nwia. He says, "I'm going to stay up here until you get my name pronounced correctly." All right, Anthony. All right.
The mute buttons for 3, 4, and 5, 6 are.
So if you hit those, then it'll mute us. Yeah. Okay.
Howes is ready. Again, the 3-2 pitch. Inside with a fastball, and Nwia will trot down to first. The second free pass issued by Carson Howes, and that'll bring up Wyatt Tucker.
Third baseman, Wyatt Tucker.
Tucker, 3.
Can you mute
1 for 3 in last night's ball game. Tucker getting his first on-field action. He was the designated hitter in last night's game. Tonight, Tucker playing at third base.
Yeah.
Right-hander versus right-hander. Tucker takes a pitch for a called strike one. And we held on by Gutierrez at first base. Probably not a threat to steal. Modest lead. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball called strike two. Carson House ahead on the count. No balls and 2 strikes to Tucker. At the set. The 0-2. Ground ball up the middle. Shortstop can't get it. Goes into center field for a base hit. So a solid single up the middle for Wyatt Tucker. And the Crabs have something going here in the bottom of the second inning. 2 on and nobody out. And that'll bring up Chase Fernland. Fernland looking for his first hit as a Crab. He may be asked to bunt in this situation. We'll see. He was 0 for 5 in last night's game, but as we mentioned earlier, he made the heads-up play of the day in getting a runner moving from second to third. When he saw he could not get the batter out, he wheeled and nailed the runner coming into third. That was a big defensive play. Right-handed hitter, and the pitch to him. He shows bunt, takes a called strike one. Middle infielders pinched a little up the middle. Third baseman in a few steps on the infield grass to guard against the bunt. Fernland squares. The pitch. It bounces at the plate, and the runners are going to move up 90 feet without the necessity of a bunt. So another wild pitch. That's the second that House has issued.
Well, I didn't approve of the bunt anyway. So.
Well, they did it for you then.
yeah.
All right, now the middle infielders are back. Corner infielders in. 1-1 to Fernland, and the pitch. Tips it foul back onto the screen, 1-2.
I mean, we're only in the second inning.
Yeah.
The bunt is a very precise instrument. You know, it has not precise, but I mean it's a limited use instrument. It's like a rib spreader. It only does 1 or 2 things.
Yeah. Okay. I don't even know what a rib spreader is.
You know,
I'm scared of your
can't
elbows.
use it for
I'm not
much
gonna
else.
Yeah. Line drive, foul, just foul down the third base line. That would have plated 2. So Fernland got good wood on it and just missed a 2 RBI double.
Was it fair? Yeah.
It didn't miss by much. Looking to see if it raised some chalk. And Brad Morgan indicating to the dugout how close it was to being fair. All right, again, we'll go 1-2 to Chase Fernland. House comes to the plate, and Fernland fouls it back. And Weah leads from third. Tucker from second. The 1-2 pitch to Fernland. Swing and a miss. Catcher drops it, throws to first for the putout. 1 down. So it was that curveball, the same one that got Hassey to end the first inning. And that is a wicked pitch. 1 down,
That's
runners at second and third. Pardon?
That's his out pitch.
Boy, it sure is. Here's Crowell, who looked at a called third strike in the first inning.
I think we only had 1 strikeout last night that was not swinging in that whole game.
Wow. The pitch to Crowell. Ground ball right in front of the plate. The pitcher's got it. He looks the runner back to third, throws to first in time, and now the Crabs have 2 runners at third base. No, they didn't. I don't know why that. I don't know why the first baseman didn't run toward the runner at second base, had gone to third.
Yeah, they had another out.
They had another out.
They absolutely did.
So the Crabs get a break there. Crowell grounds out. A little tapper back to the mound. 2 down, and that'll bring up Patrick Chung.
Yeah, they would have had Tucker
Dead to rights.
dead to rights.
Tucker had run toward third base thinking that Nia was going to come home. He didn't. And they got the out at first and then did not pick up the second one. Here's Chung. Patrick takes a fastball high, 1-0. Chung, a perfect bunt single. And he eventually came around to score one of 2 runs the Crabs plated last inning. We're in the bottom of the second. Crabs up 2-0. They're threatening with runners at second and third and 2 down. Breaking ball down low. It's 2-0. Right-handed hitting Jeremiah Burks is on deck. There is a base open. Howes working from the windup with the runners at second and third. The 2-0 pitch, grounded right back to him through his legs. Shortstop's got it. The throw to first base bounces. It's not going to be in time, and a run scores. Safe at first base is Chung, and we'll see how that one scored. I think it'll be an error on the shortstop, huh? We'll wait. In any event, and Wea comes around to score. Tucker moves to third base. Chung safe on the air by shortstop Sandry. So the Crabs get a gift run. It's now 3-0. They've got runners at the corners with 2 outs. And here's Jeremiah Burks, who walked and scored in the first. Right-hander versus right-hander. Burks ended last night's game with a shot to left center field. The pitch, strike called. Fastball outside corner at the knees, 0-1.
It's funny to live in a small community like this, especially with as popular as the Crabs are, because in the market today, I listened to a guy recount that ending last night to a bunch of people at the market.
Very good. Tell them to listen to us on radio.
That's
They
right.
can get it right, real time. The 0-1 pitch. Burks hits a high fly ball into left center field. Going back as a center fielder on the warning track. He's under it, and he makes the catch. So he got under it a little bit too much and skied to the center fielder to end the inning. However, the Crabs pick up a run on no hits.
1 hit.
One hit. That's right, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left. And at the end of 2 complete, it's the Crabs 3 and the Rockhounds nothing. You listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. Welcome back to the ballpark. Crabs leading 3-0. And Mr. Kirstens, Jeffrey Kirsten, has not given up a base knock, has he? No. Gave up 1 walk, and that's it in 2 innings. He'll face Daniel Page, making his first appearance of the series, the right-handed hitting third baseman. Then it'll be Joseph Nelson, and then to the top of the order, and Vinny Margetta. Kirsten has fanned 2. He has walked 1 and not given up a base knock. And his first pitch in the 3rd inning is fouled back, strike 1. And we flashes the sign out. Kirsten comes to the plate, and a
Ooh,
fastball is
good
swung
pitch.
out and missed. 0-2.
He was overpowered on that pitch.
Kirsten's 0-2. High and tight. A ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Tries to check his swing. Does he go around? The pitch was a ball. No one asks the
I guess
third
there's
base
no
umpire.
appeal,
I
huh?
guess no
Surprise.
appeal at all.
Oh, now they're appealing. Nope.
No strike. No swing. 2-2 the count. Kirsten rocks into the wind, and the 2-2 pitch. High pop-up. And it's going to be back into the crowd.
Oh, who's going to want that?
So we'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kirsten comes home 2-2. Stays up with a fastball, 3-2. Tyson Fisher was in the house last night. Crabs manager for the last 3 years, did a great job with his club. The 3-2 pitch, grounded foul past the third base coach. Over into what we call in the left field. I call that the play area in left field because that's where the kids are able to play. Some of them watch the game and some of them playing their own ball out in left field area. Out of play area in left field. In right field, we have the barbecue. Strike 3 call.
Oh, adios. Nice
For
pitch.
the second time, a batter for the Rockhounds headed toward first base and had to make a 90-degree turn toward his dugout. That's the second strikeout by umpire decision as opposed to swinging. That'll bring up Joseph Nelson, right-handed hitting second baseman. Nelson did not play in last night's ball game. Kirsten's pitch swung out and missed. He jammed him inside part of the plate. Up around the letters, it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, fastball at the knees, 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Fastball away, 1-2. Particularly when there are no men on base, Kirsten is a quick worker. The 1-2.
Ooh, just missed again.
Misses away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's like that's a slider he's throwing.
You think so?
Sort of a breaking pitch there, yeah. So not quite this velocity of the fastball. It breaks a little toward away from the right-handed hitter.
That's
There's
a
the
fastball. Strike 3 called.
Yep.
Nelson frozen at the plate. 4 strikeouts now for Jeffrey Kirsten, and we go to the top of the order. And Vinny Margetta, who started the game, taking a called third strike. Rockhounds looking for their first base knock of the evening. Kirsten's first pitch is grounded down to the shortstop. Up with it is Crowell. Throw across the diamond. Not in time. First base umpire Justin Isla
That was
said
some
it
hustle.
was late.
That was some hustle there on
Margietta. The leadoff hitter with an infield single.
the ball was not hit that quick, that fast, and Crowell didn't run in on it. Crowell just sort of waited for it, and not enough time to throw out the runner.
So a 2-out single. That's the first base hit of the ball game for the Rockhounds, and it'll bring up Danny Molinari, the right-handed hitting catcher. Margietta takes the lead at first. The pitch is a strike to Molinari, 0-1. Well, we know Margietta has speed. There's no question about that. Question is, will he run here with 2 outs, trailing by 3?
Got a fat lead over there.
Might try and get to scoring position here with 2 gone. Throw over to first base and diving back safely is a Margietta. Myers holding him on.
Maybe
Rest of
2
the
outs, you
inning
get thrown out. You still leave the middle of the order coming up next inning.
He's going. The pitch is swung on. The throw to second is high. It goes into center field. That's not going to be any further advance. So it's a stolen base for Margietta. I don't know if a perfect throw would have had him anyhow. He had a good jump. And he is swift. Wait, what do they call? Catcher interference?
What the heck?
What? All of a sudden, that's
Batter
the end of the
interference,
inning.
huh?
Batter interference? I
I
guess
guess.
so.
It's got to be. I don't know what
Yeah.
else it could be.
Left on base. The score remains Crabs 3, Rockhounds
All right,
0.
so that's it. Batter interference ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left, and at the end of 2.5, it's the Crabs 3 and the Rockhounds nothing. Listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480 Arcadia, Eureka. Gee, I was writing something in my...
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Maybe we should thank a few of the folks who helped put the Crabs on the field and on the air.
Well, why don't we thank Arcata Scoop?
All
Good
right.
ice cream.
Try their homemade organic super premium ice creams and sorbets. Their daily flavors are posted on their Facebook page. Try them today at Arcata Scoop at 1068 I Street in Arcata. They're open noon to 10:30 every day except Tuesdays. Thanks also to Harper Motors. Harper Motors has been serving the North Coast for more than 100 years. Check out all the latest models, new and used, like the F-150 truck and the 2017 C-Max Energy compact car. Look for the carousel 2 miles north of Eureka or visit them online at harpermotors.com. Harper Motors will donate $50 to local District 26 Little League for every home run the Crabs hit this season.
Get to Harper Motors before they go broke. The Crabs could do it this season.
That's
They've already
right,
cost
yeah.
them $100. Here's Ryan Myers. He was one of them. He cost them $50 last night. Right-handed hitting first baseman, grounded out third to first in the first. And he hits that one into right field and deep. The right fielder goes back a couple of steps and gathers it in. A line shot, but almost perfectly positioned in right was Nelson to make the putout. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the third.
Let's hear it for Batgirl Taylor Humphrey.
And a Batgirl this evening. Taylor Humphrey gets the lumber and carries it back to the dugout.
Kyle Blakeman.
Here is Kyle Blakeman. Kyle singled in the first inning and stole a base. And the pitch to him bounces at the plate. Blakeman must have gotten an RBI, didn't he? Didn't Kyle get an RBI in the first inning? I failed
Indeed
to
he
remember.
did.
I think he did, yeah. 1-0 the count to Kyle. Swings and fouls that one back behind the backstop, and it's 0-2. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball stays up, 2-1. Yeah, there's some pitchers you can just hear the pop when it hits the catcher's
That one you
mitt.
could for sure,
Yeah,
right?
that one had some heat.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Carson Hawes.
The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. I'm impressed with Jeffrey Karsten.
Indeed, yes.
The 2-2 now to Kyle Blakeman. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on a high hard one. That is the 4th strikeout of the ball game for Hawes.
Next, number 22, designated hitter R.J. Hasse.
Hasse went down on strikes in his only at bat. Quite often the breeze dies down in the later hours, but tonight I think it's stronger than when the game began. There's a curveball.
Yeah, I think you're right,
for
Hope.
strike. 0-1.
Definitely seems to have picked up by looking at the center field flag.
Yep. Old Glory's waving out there. Oh, 0-1 to Hasse. That's a breaking ball that stays down. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody on, 2 gone for the Crabs. Here in the bottom of the 3rd, they lead 3-0. The 1-1 pitch. Hasse takes a strike. Outside part of the plate, just above the belt, and it's 1-2. Long look in at Molinari. Now he's ready, and the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball is fouled over by the on-deck. We don't have a circle, an on-deck area.
Fooled him on that pitch, and Hasse, good job just to get a little bit of it.
Here's the 1-2. Fastball well up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two's across. Batter is number 22. There's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Deuces wild. The pitch. Curveball is grounded over by the Crabs dugout. We'll do it again, 2-2. You know, we got a great view of the ball game up here, but the thing that is maddening is people continually walk by with great ballpark food. You know, it just drives me crazy. True that. 2-2. Ooh, got him, beamed him. Got him on the head, on the helmet.
No, he missed him.
Oh, did it? Oh, I thought it hit him.
Almost hit him.
Oh, he just
And
got
now
out of the
there's
way of it.
Some conversation between
he
the
did not-
batter and the pitcher. I don't
He did
think
not appreciate that.
he
You don't
thought much of that pitch.
No,
I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose.
I don't think he did it on purpose. But you know, when you get up around the head,
Yeah.
purpose or not, that's dangerous stuff. 3-2 now to Hasse. The payoff pitch. High pop-up on the infield. It'll be the first baseman right near the bag, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out. And that'll do it for the Crabs in the 3rd inning. No runs, hits, or errors, and at the end of 3 complete, it's the Crabs 3 and the Rockhounds nothing. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. California Credit Union. We're not going to talk about the California Credit Union right now. We will later. But right now we're going to talk about the professor, Benjamin Schaefer, who's going to lead us into the fourth inning for all the action. And people ask, new listeners, is he really a professor? Yes, he is, a professor of philosophy at Humboldt State University. And now
That's my avocation.
The real job is
The
here.
real job is right here. First pitch to Quimby is taken for a called strike on the outside corner. 3-0 in favor of the Crabs. We're in the top of the fourth inning. Yeah, I'll be starting summer school pretty soon here.
Next
Looking
week or
forward
2
to
weeks?
that. 26th.
Oh, you got a little break.
Fastball misses down low. I'm rather looking forward to it.
2-0.
I think it's 1-1 is the count. I'm not sure. Quimby line to first in his first at bat. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss on a fastball down and in. Ball and 2 strikes now the count. Jeffrey Kirsten out on the mound for his fourth inning of work for the Crabs.
What do you do?
And the pitch. Breaking pitch misses down low. 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch. Line in the shallow center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Quimby didn't hit it hard. Just hard enough to get it over second base. But he's aboard with nobody out here in the top of the fourth. And here's Max Smith. Smith walked in his first appearance. Made it all the way to third. But was unable to score. Left-handed hitter against the right-hander Kirsten. Quimby takes his lead, and the pitch. Popped high in the air and foul. Ooh, that didn't sound good. That sounded like a hood. 0-1 the count. Lights just coming on now at the ballpark. 0-1 the count. And the pitch. Again, fouled out of play. The 0-2. Tap foul. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Quimby over at first. Kirsten sets and comes home with a fastball that rides high. The 1-0. Foul tipped again. It rolls away from Enwia. So the count remains a ball and 2 strikes.
Hypothetically,
Oh, I like
Pitcher-
hypotheticals.
pitcher throws the ball, batter swings and misses. The runner has taken off for second base, trying to steal second base. The catcher drops the ball. Does he have to throw to first to get that batter out? The base is no longer occupied. The runner's going to second on a steal.
I don't know the answer to this.
Okay.
That's a good question.
All right. Thank you very much. I have the winning tickets for tonight's 50-50 drawing.
Is it for the 50-50 or is it for the other raffle? There's a couple different raffles going on tonight.
It's for one of them. Whatever I'm going to win, I'll just take. Whatever
Well, I
they
want the
offer.
cash one. I don't care about the other one. One ball and 2 strikes to count.
Corporatist.
Next pitch is fouled up against the screen. Count remains 1-2. I don't need gift certificates or whatever. Or,
Yeah, you don't want all that stuff.
Yeah, I'll just take the cold
cold
hard cash. Thank you very much. But this year I'm playing for Miranda's Rescue.
Oh, good
That's
for
what
you.
I'm going to do this year. I'm
Is
going
that
to
where you
play
got
for
your kitty
Lorenz.
cat?
That's where my friend got her dog. 1 and 2 count. I almost got a kitty there. Next pitch is in the dirt.
Where
2
did
and
you
2.
Where did you get your kitty?
I got the
Penelope?
kitty from Penelope. I got her from Humboldt area rescue team.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And in Eureka.
That's good.
A very nice lady named Wendy runs that operation. Next pitch is lined in the right center field for a base hit. That's trouble. On his way to third is Quinby. Over to get it is Burks. He throws it in, and that's going to put runners on the corners with nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. That was a liner right over second base.
Number 12, shortstop, Kevin Sandri.
So here's Kevin Sondry, the shortstop. He's 0 for 1. And the pitch. High in the air to right field. Blakeman has a beat on it. He's got it. Runner's tagging. Here comes the throw. It's a good one. Oh, almost throw down to second. And then he's safe as well. Boy, what a throw from right field by Blakeman out there. Yikes. That wasn't on the bounce or anything. That was a line right to the catcher, Anwea. And they almost got the runner coming in. At any rate, it's 3-1 now in favor of the Crabs on the sacrifice fly by Sandry. And on the play, Smith goes to second. Wow. And here's Quilliton, grounded to second in his first at bat. And the pitch. Fastball misses inside.
I'm going to demur a bit on that last play.
Are you going to demur?
Yeah, I think Blakeman showed us an arm. There's no doubt about that. He's got a gun.
But he should have gone to second.
But the efficacy of the play, not so good.
Yeah, he should have gone to second.
Well, or at least he should have thrown a ball that could have been cut off.
Cut off, yeah.
And that was that allowed that runner to get into scoring position.
I think that's
second.
a great point, yeah. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. This is catches the inside corner with a strike, 1-1.
Not at all.
He did make it a close play at the plate, but he didn't really have a chance to get him. You're right.
Yeah, not at all to take away from the arm that he's shown us already.
From as deep as he played in right field, that's a long throw. Yeah, but you're right about the tactics. Slider on the outside corner is taken for a strike. It's 1-2.
He's going to throw some runners out before this season's over. I can almost guarantee that.
Because that had a lot on it still when it.
Yes.
A ball and 2 strikes the count. Here's the pitch. Tapper down to third. Tucker has it. Throw to first. 2 away. Here's Gutierrez, the first baseman. He struck out in his first at bat. Runner still out at second. 2 outs now. 3-1 in favor of the Crabs. Both teams with 3 hits. Rockhounds have an error. Here's the pitch. Grounder out to short. Crowell up with it. Throw to first. Inning over. They get a run on 2 hits. There were no errors and a runner left. And at the end of 3.5, it's 3-1 in favor of the Crabs. This is exciting. Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Now we're going to talk about the California Credit Union. At California State and Federal Employees Credit Union, we're all local, all Humboldt, all the time. We offer free checking with no balance or transaction requirements. Plus, we have low rates on loans to help with all your banking needs. Call 800-440-8662 or visit csfecu20.com. Join today for free and start enjoying the many benefits of credit union membership. That's California Credit Union. Okay, going into the bottom of the fourth. Crabs up by 2. They'll be sending the bottom third of the order to the plate, and for all the action, here's the Professor Benjamin Schaefer.
Thanks, Hoke. Anthony Enwia to lead it off. He walked and scored back in the second inning. 3-1 in favor of the Crabs. Here's the pitch. Fastball away. It's 1-0. Carson Hawes out for his fourth inning for the Rockhounds. 1-0 the count. And the pitch. Line down the left field line. That is going to fall for at least one. Over to get it in the corner is the left fielder. And Wea takes a big turn at first, but he'll hold there.
That was a pretty good throw in by Quimby from the corner in left field.
Yeah, long throw to second to hold the runner at first. So here's Wyatt Tucker. He singled in his first at bat. Fourth hit of the game for the Crabs. Hawes sets and deals, and that's lined in the center field. That's going to drop for a hit as well. So Crabs got something going here in the bottom of the fourth. First and second, nobody out. Here's Chase Fernlin. Fernlin struck out in his first at bat. And we at second, Tucker at first. Nobody out. Crabs with a golden opportunity here. And he bunts it in the air, foul. Over our heads and out of play. That's on the roof of the luxury skybox. Won the count. Yeah, he's scoring the bunt again, and this time takes a fastball away. So the count 1-1. And the pitch, squares the bunt again, takes it inside, 2-1. He's bunting again. Here's the pitch. Takes high, 3-1. Well, he may not have to sacrifice now.
Last time he was up, he didn't have to. You'll recall a wild pitch moved him from.
That's correct, right.
Moved him up 90 feet each.
Three and 1 the count. And we at second, Tucker at first, nobody out. Here's the pitch. That time he's swinging and misses at a high fastball. So the count goes full. 3-2 pitch. Check swing, and it's high. Ball 4. That's going to load him up.
The bases are F, O, C, full of crustaceans with nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th.
And here's Crowell, 0 for 2. Big opportunity here. Haas in a heap of trouble. He takes a long look at third. Now he's into the windup and deals in the dirt.
Corner infielders are about even with the bag, maybe in a foot or two. They're going to come home if they get a ground ball. Middle infielders are looking for 2 the traditional way, and that would bring home a run even if a double play were eventuated.
Molinari goes out to the mound to have a word with Haas. Now he's heading back to his position. Want to know the count? Here's the pitch. Ground ball out to short. Should be 2. He shovels to second for 1. Over to first. Not in time. The run comes in to score, and it's 4-1 in favor of the Crabs. So Fernlin is out 6-4, and Wea comes in to score. Tucker goes to third, and Crowell is safe at first. And here's Chung, 1 for 2. So runners on the corners. And the pitch. High in the air to left field. Left fielder coming in, and he'll make the catch. The runner holds at third. 2 away. Here's Jeremiah Burks. Has walked and scored and flied to center. Well, I'm sure the Rockhounds would be thrilled to get out of this inning with just 1 run coming in. Let's see what Jeremiah Burks can do. Runners on the corner, 2A. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch in the dirt. One another count. The pitch. Takes high with a fastball. He thought about it, but the count goes to 2-0. Two-0 pitch, fouled up against the screen. Two and one the count. Tucker at third, Crowell at first. From the belt. Long look in. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses away. It's 3-1. Burks has a good eye.
He does have a good eye. And the 3-1 counts the pitch to give a ride.
That walk in the first inning, he took a couple pitches that were very close. That one was close. 3-1. Tapped foul over towards the Crabs dugout, so the count goes full. Matt Richardson is warming up in the bullpen for the Crabs.
Matt just joined the Crabs today from the University of Hawaii.
Meanwhile, 3-2 is the count to Jeremiah Burks. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch is low. That's going to load the bases again. That's his second walk tonight. Crowell goes down to second. And here's Ryan Myers with the bases FOC once again.
They are indeed, and the Crabs cleanup hitter can really put some distance between the two teams.
Yes, he can. He's 0 for 2, grounded to third in his first at bat, and then flied to right field.
Right-hander heating up in the Rockhounds bullpen.
Yeah, that's number 8. His last name is Perman, I believe. Not sure on the first name. At any rate, Haas again in some trouble here with the bases loaded and 2 outs, and big Ryan Myers up to bat. The first pitch to Myers is down low. Boy, you really don't want to get behind either. 1-0 the count.
No.
Let him sit on a fastball over the plate. Here's the 1-0. Line on one hop, past shortstop and in the left field. 1 run is in. Here comes another run. A 2-run single for Ryan Myers, and the Crabs lead 6-1. Tucker scores, Crowell scores.
Myers picks up 3 RBIs on the evening.
So first and second now with 2 away and 3 runs in the inning. And here's Kyle Blakeman. He's 1 for 2 with a stolen base. And that, I believe, is going to be it for Haas. Here comes the manager, and the number 8 is trotting in from the bullpen.
While we have time to schmooze a little, we had a ball land on the roof. We could hear here.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the first joke I can ever remember as a child. I'm going to tell you now since we got a little time.
You might as well, yeah.
Okay.
We've got some time.
So a guy goes to a bar. He's got his dog with him. He says to the bartender, he says, I got a talking dog. He says, if my dog talks for you, will you give me a drink? Bartender says, yeah, sure. The guy says to the dog, he says, when UCLA plays USC in football, what's it like? The dog goes, rough, rough. The bartender goes, all right. He gives the guy a drink. The guy says, how about another try? Let me do that one more time. Bartender says, all right. He says to the dog, he says, what's on the top of this bar? The dog goes, roof, roof. Bartender goes, all right. Gives him another drink, but he's not too happy with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't think.
Finally, the guy says to the bartender, let me do one more time. This time, I'm sure you'll like it. Bartender says, okay.
Ryan Pearman.
Guy says to the dog, who was the greatest baseball player who ever lived? The dog goes, Ruth, Ruth. Bartender says, I've had enough of you. And he takes the guy and the dog and he throws them through the door. And they end up out on the curb. The dog looks up at the guy and he says, Willie Mays, maybe?
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's an old joke.
That is an old joke.
That's an oldie but goodie.
So it's Ryan Perman on in relief.
Permer?
Perman, I believe.
Perman.
I didn't finish the N there, sorry.
Okay.
I gave up before I finished writing his name. The line on Carson Hawes, what do we got? 3 2/3 innings pitched. 6 hits, 6 runs. They were all earned. He walked 4, struck out 4, and he's responsible for the 2 that are on the bag now. What's going on out there?
Oh,
something
they're just
got
playing
the
catch.
fans.
They're
Something
playing
got the fans to.
play woo-woo when the ball goes
I hate the
from pitcher to
woo-woo
catcher.
thing they do, but for some reason the fans started cheering at some point. I don't know what that was about.
The woo-woo is better than the
I can't. I hate it. I'm sorry.
wave.
The wave. It's better than the wave, but I really wish they would stop.
I know if you were down there, you'd put your foot out. Whee-oo, over
Well, the wave
backstop.
thing. I mean, that's the kind of thing. I mean, we
in
you
the
know,
middle of
it was tie ball game, and
yeah.
you know, and he's out there, you know, running up and down, making it about himself. That's all. I mean,
Yeah,
you know.
I hear you.
So here's Blakeman, first and second, 2 outs. Takes a fastball high. It's 1-0. Burks at second, Myers at first. Here's the 1-0. Foul tipped, 1-1. The 1-1. A little late on it. He fouls it up against the screen. It's 1-2.
So much for our pitching prognostications. We were pretty impressed with the.
Yeah, he kind of lost it. He was good for a while. One and two to count. Line in left field for a base hit. Here comes Burks around third. He will score to make it 7-1 now in favor of the Crabs.
Second run batted into the evening for Blakeman.
Batting next, number 22, R.J. Hasse.
Here's R.J. Hasse. 0 for 2. 4 runs in. Here in the fourth inning for the Crabs, they now lead at 7-1. Myers at second, Blakeman at first. Here's Hasse and the pitch. He grounds the one right back up the middle. That's going to bring Myers around to score to make it 8-1. Didn't hit it hard, but right past the pitcher. And that died out in shallow center field. So Hasse gets an RBI. He's at first. Blakeman's now at second, and the Crabs have batted around.
And we started it all off with a base hit.
That's right.
1 of 5 singles the Crabs have notched this inning.
And the pitch. Breaking pitch is over the plate for a strike. It's 0-1. Five hits in the inning for the Crabs. And the pitch. Breaking pitch in the dirt. A ball and a strike now to Enwea. The pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. It's 1-2. Breaking pitch is hit down the right field line. It's going to go foul, and it's going to roll into the Rockhounds bullpen. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count.
We have a graduation party out in the barbecue area in right field tonight.
The 1-2. Down low, the breaking pitch, 2-2. Ryan Perman on in relief of Carson Hawes. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. 2 on, 2 out. And the pitch. Ooh, rides high and tight with a fastball. And the count goes full. I see Matt Nutter, I believe, down there.
Where?
Just walked past home plate. I think that's Matt. Maybe not.
I don't think so.
Fastball is called strike 3, and we thought he was going to head to first, but that is a called strike 3, and that'll end the inning. But the Crabs get 5 runs on 5 hits. There were no other errors and 2 left, and at the end of 4, they lead 8-1. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. Sure looked like him.
He sat down?
I don't know where he went now. Yeah, I think it probably wasn't. Welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the 5th inning, it'll be Page, Nelson, and Margietta for the Rockhounds. Crabs leading 8-1. 8 runs, 8 hits. No errors for the Crabs. A run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Rockhounds.
There used to be a rule that was invoked in some games here at the ballpark called the mercy rule, where if a team was ahead by 10 runs at the end of 6.5 innings, assuming it was the home team ahead, the game was called. It was called the mercy rule.
Yes.
I think it no longer exists.
I don't think we have it this year.
I don't think
There's
so.
a swing and a miss. It's 0-1, and the next pitch is taken down and away 1-1 now to Page, who struck out looking in his first at bat. Here's the 1-1 in there for a called strike on the inside corner. Page, I don't think, thought much of that call, but it's 1-2 now. The 1-2 slider down and away, 2-2.
I think it was Tyson Fisher that explained to me why he and managers do not like the mercy rule. And that's because they have an obligation to give pitchers innings.
2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Page down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight.
And if you call the game early, that's one less pitcher you can use, give some innings to. College coaches expect the pitchers they send up here to
gives
pitch.
them some work, It's not always great for the fans because, it's a blowout game, but they do have to think about that.
Yeah.
I'm against it just because not much for mercy. Here's the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. It depends on the team.
I don't really care much because I usually duck out of here.
Yeah, you're usually gone by the time the 10th run is scored, yes. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Down and low, 1-1. That's one of the perks of being the top banana.
That's one of the perks of age.
Here in the booth. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Ooh, fastball catches the outside corner. It's 1-2. The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2.
Batter has a special batting helmet, different than all the others.
2-2 pitch.
Is
High
it,
and away.
is
3
it just
and 2.
different colors, or has he got more protection with that helmet?
I don't know. He looks like one of those crowned sparrows that hangs out around my house.
Yeah?
You know, with the little, they look
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they're wearing a helmet.
Yeah, they're cute. Cute little
3-2
birds.
pitch. Slider away, ball 4. So Nelson walks with 1 out. And here's the Vinny Margietta. So we go back to the top of the order. He's 1 for 2. Runner on first, 1 away. Top of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Grounded hard but foul. That area you call the play area over there, I call that the Lord of the Flies area.
Why is that?
Because all the kids run around wailing on each other out there.
I guess it
1-1 count.
could be worse. You could call it the Clockwork Orange section.
1-1 the count. And that one's hit off the end of the bat and foul and out of play. A ball and 2 strikes. Now the count to Margietta. The 1-2. Fastball misses just low, and the count goes even. Two-two. Slider misses away. 3-2.
Whoa.
That was a very close pitch.
Yes, it was.
Very good take by Margietta. Throw to first, and the runner's back. Three-two pitch. Fouled out of play. Three-two, again fouled out of play. Good at bat by Margietta here. To work the count full and then foul off a couple of pitches.
We got a right-hander, Benjamin, throwing in the Crabs pen now. Jeffrey Kirsten moving toward 80 pitches on the evening.
Three-two pitch. Reaches out and taps that one foul over towards the Rockhounds dugout.
This is going to be about a 10-pitch at bat.
Yeah. Well, he's already on what? Up to, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 8. And the pitch. Little one hopper out towards short. Toss the second for one. Back over to first. Not in time. Really not much of a chance to make the double play. The ball was not hit very hard. Carl did a good job to get the force at second. So Margietta aboard on the fielder's choice. And with 2 away, here's Molinari. Molinari has grounded out to short and then out on batter's interference. There's a tapper down to third base. Should end the inning. Tucker up with it. Throw to first. Inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors. There was a runner left, and at the end of 4.5, Crabs are up 8-1. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Go.
Try Ultimate Yogurt. Try more than 10 ever-changing yogurt flavors with a ton of toppings that will make your head spin. Ultimate Yogurt is locally owned, and it's a great place to bring your crabby kitties because they can make their own cups exactly how they like them. From Oreo cookies to sprinkles to fruity pebbles, every combination is possible. Ultimate Yogurt has 2 locations, one in Arcata, just about a block and a half from the ballpark, and one in Eureka. Check us out and go, Crabs, go.
Bottom of the 6th inning, it'll be Tucker, Fernland, and Crowell for the Crabs, leading 8-1. They batted around in the 4th, plating 5 runs, and that blew the game open.
Number 18, Wyatt Tucker.
Wyatt Tucker is 2 for 2 with a run scored. Ryan Perman winds and deals a fastball that misses inside. 1-0. Line shot right back up the middle. And that's his 3rd hit of the night.
Batting next, number 3, Chase Fernland.
Here's Chase Fernland. 0 for 1 with a walk. And the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. Good pitch. Oh, 1 pitch. Popped high in the air, shallow right field. The right fielder, Nelson, is coming in on it, and he has it for out number 1. Back to the top of the order. Here's Jack Crowell. 0 for 3. He does have a run scored.
And a ribby.
That's right. Here's the pitch. Slider misses high. So Tucker over at first, 1 away. 1-0 now the count to Crowell. And next pitch is right down the middle with a fastball, 1-1. The 1-1 misses low. The 2-1 fouled up against the screen. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Oh, breaking pitch just misses, I guess, high. 3-2. That was a close pitch. The 3-2 in the air down the right field line. On the run is Nelson towards the line. He is not going to get to it. It's going to bounce up against the fence. Tucker rounding second. He's headed for third. He'll make it. And that'll put runners on second and third with one out. He didn't hit it all that hard, but it hugged the line down the right field line, and Nelson, no chance really to get to it.
Right fielder was playing well over towards center field, and as you say, he ran hard but just couldn't catch up with it.
Stand-up double for Crowell.
Tucker wasn't sure he was going to be able to, wasn't sure the ball was going to drop in, so he couldn't come around to score on that two-base hit.
So second and third now. Here's Patrick Chung. 1 for 3. And the pitch. Ooh, he looks at a breaking pitch right over the heart of the plate for a called strike. The 0-1 fastball misses down and away. 1-1. 1-1 breaking pitch is lying down the left field line. That's going to score a couple more runs. Here comes Tucker. Here comes Crowell on his way to second with a stand-up double is Chung. 10-1 now in favor of the Crabs.
No action in the Rockhounds bullpen.
Today's game is sponsored by Hungry, serving 100% Humboldt grass-fed beef, award-winning wings, and many vegetarian choices.
So here's Jeremiah Burks. He's 0 for 1. He's walked twice and scored twice, however. Runner out at second.
Jeremiah Burks.
Still only one out. 10-1 now in favor of the Crabs. And the pitch. Breaking pitch over the heart of the plate for a called strike. Glance at second. Here's the 0-1 to Burks. Oh, he tries to hold up on the high fastball. And I believe he went around. Yes, he did. Oh, and 2 the count. And the next pitch is in the dirt. Trickles away from the catcher, but no advance by the runner. A ball and 2 strikes is the count.
Jake says hey. He's been messaging me throughout.
Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch. Ooh, in there for called strike 3. That'll be all for Burks. That was a good pitch. 2 away.
Number 20, Ryan Myers.
Here's Ryan Myers. 1 for 3 with a run scored. Chung out at second. 2 more runs in here in the bottom of the 5th for the Crabs to give them a luxurious 9-run lead. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses high. The 1-0. Ooh, breaking pitch on the outside corner. He's got a wicked slider, whatever that is. 1-1. That's a frisbee up there. Too bad he hasn't been able to get anybody out with it. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Popped high in the air on the infield. The pitcher is calling for it. Off the mound towards first base. Now it's the first baseman, and he has it. 4 out, number 3. But the Crabs get 2 more runs on 3 hits, though there were no errors and a runner left. And at the end of 5, they're up 10-1. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Retro 80s music there. Crestwood Behavioral Health Center in Humboldt County. It's all about the community. Looking for a rewarding career? Join our team and make a difference. Crestwood has been providing residential mental health programs at its Eureka campus since 1979. We have full-time and part-time positions available, LPTs, LVNs, assistants, and various staff positions. Why don't you visit us at 2370 Boone Street in Eureka, or find our ad in the annual Crabs program. The Crabs program a little late getting out this year, but I'm told it should be out by next week.
Yeah, I was wondering about the program. I noticed what we have is sort of not really the program,
Yeah,
right?
that's
It's
the supplement.
supplement.
Player supplement. Yeah, the full program will
But
be
the program
here
is
next week.
coming. Okay, nice. Quinby, Smith, and Sandry to bat for the Rockhounds here in the top of the 6th inning with quite a hill to climb, trailing 10-1. Jeffrey Kirsten out on the mound for the Crabs for inning number 6. First pitch is swung on and missed. It's 0-1. The 0-1 is in on the hands, and it's fouled out of play. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. Ooh, slider just misses down low. 1-2. Fastball away. 2-2. The 2-2 breaking pitch is a called strike 3 on the outside corner, and that'll be all for Quinby. Strikeout number 6 now for Kirsten. Here's Max Smith. Has walked and singled tonight. One run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Rockhounds. There's a fastball taken for a strike at the knees on the outside corner. 10 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Crabs. That's an efficient production there. 10 runs on 11 hits. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle for a called strike, and it's quickly 0-2 now against Smith. Oh, this is not, this is no longer Jeffrey Kirsten. This is Matt Richardson, I'm sorry. Richardson's next pitch is fouled off. It's 0-1. Matt Richardson. Just joined the team today. And I'll get you some information on him momentarily. Meanwhile, it counts 0-2. Here's the pitch. Grounded out to short second base. He's up with it. Throw to first. 2 away. Thank you. Matt Richardson junior at the University of Hawaii, 6'2", 170 pounds. He's from Lodi, California. You can catch him on Instagram at Matt_Richie8. Don't even know what Instagram is, really. Here's the pitch. Line in the right field. That's going to drop for a hit. So Sandri aboard. His first hit of the night. And with 2 away and runner on first, here's Quilliton. He's 0 for 2. And the pitch. Ground ball hard towards third. Tucker has it. He'll go to second for the force, and that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, a runner left. And at the end of 5.5, Crabs are up 10-1. This is efficient Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Want to remind Crabs fans that there's been a change since the pocket schedules were put out. It shows next Wednesday as a double hitter with the Novato Knicks. That is not going to be the case. Instead, it's going to be a single game, 7 o'clock Wednesday. First time a match between the Humboldt Crabs and the B-52 Bombers. So
and that's going to be way better than a doubleheader with the Nevada Knicks.
I think so. Well, particularly since there are no more Nevada Knicks. Unfortunately, they folded.
This Crabs B-52s is just has been begging to happen for 3 years now. And fastball misses inside now. 1-0 to Kyle Blakeman to lead off the bottom of the sixth for the Crabs, who are leading 10-1. And people ask me all the time, how come the Crabs never play the B-52s? So 1-0 the count. Popped high in the air and out of play. 1-1 the count.
As you indicate, it's the initial meeting between the two clubs, but there's already bad blood between them.
Yeah, for like 3 years. It's been, kind of backbiting.
That's it, backbiting.
Backbiting. Between the two teams. So, yeah.
Should be interesting.
1-1 the count now to Blakeman. Here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. In on it is the shortstop. Throws on the run. Nice play by Sandri. 1 away. Here's R.J. Hasse. 1 for 3.
Next to the Crabs, number 22, R.J. Hasse.
If he got in a big brouhaha with the umpire, would it be known as a Hasse fit? Just asking.
Uh, 20 years, folks. Nearly 20 years.
It's not 20, it just
19,
seems 20.
19, that's right. It's 19. It feels like 20. Yeah. That's pitch is bunted foul by Hasse. And I'm sure he's fit to be tied after that. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Ooh, and it hits him on the rump. So Hasse aboard. Here's Enwia. Has a walk and a single.
Wasn't
and 2 runs
wasn't
scored.
it Hasse earlier in the game that almost got beamed?
I think it was Hasse, 22. Yeah, it was Hasse, yeah. So Hasse over at first. Here's Enwia. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch is down low.
I remember back when
Yeah, what's his name? Pitched for the first time today for the Giants since he hit Harper. What's his name?
Oh, Strickland, your buddy.
Strickland, knucklehead. Fastball on the outside corner on 1. What do you do? First pitch. Bang. Right down the middle. Gives up a go-ahead single.
Yeah, and then he gave up 2 runs on his own, I think. 2 earned runs himself.
1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch, 2-1. And, I kind of feel bad for the Giants broadcasters because, they try to put a good face. Dave Fleming's like, well, the Giants have had some trouble. The relievers have had a lot of trouble, getting outs. It's like, preventing runs from scoring. A 2-1 pitch. Ground ball at the second. Shuffles the second for 1. Back to first, and they turn the 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. For the Crabs, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And at the end of 6, they're still up 10-1. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. You were not on the air for any of that, I'm afraid. Sorry. None of it. Nobody heard any of the. Nobody heard the ad. Nobody heard your reflections on the county fair.
Oh my goodness! But the philosophy of life, which
I know, all lost to posterity.
Well, there you go.
Sorry about that.
Here's Nathan Gutierrez to lead it off in the top of the 7th against Matt Richardson. The pitch is lined off Richardson. He picks the ball up, and he's not going to have a play at first base. I hope he's all right. I didn't see exactly where it hit him.
Hit him on the glove. I think it hit him in the glove. I think it hit his glove and rolled out again.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I thought he got hit in the body, but I guess not.
You could be right, but it was hit very hard.
That'll be a leadoff single for Gutierrez. Crabs with a gigantic lead here in the top of the 7th, 10-1. Here's Daniel Page. He has been a strikeout victim, swinging and looking, and he takes the first pitch for a called strike 1. Matt Richardson out for his 2nd inning of work. Gave up a single and no runs in the 6th inning. There's a high pop-up and foul ground. First baseman.
He can't see it. Nobody can see it.
No one can see it. It hits in foul
Everybody
territory.
lost it.
All right. So Myers obviously could not see that high pop-up.
Neither
and
could Chung. Chung was doing the same thing. They were both standing out there with their hands up.
Where'd it go? I think that may have hit in fair ground and then bounced foul.
I think it did. I think you're right, Hoke.
But anyhow, it's just a foul ball. What's 0-2. 0-2, I think, is the count. No balls and 2 strikes on Page. Richardson at the set and the pitch. Curveball is popped up. Catcher gives it a look. He's lost it in the lights.
Oh, and that one
lands
fell
on
the roof, too.
Did I ever tell you the joke about the roof and the roof? I guess I did that earlier. Huh? 0-2 to Page.
That's so strange. That never happens. I mean, that's maybe happened once in 20 years, and now it's happened twice tonight.
Ball on the roof?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do it again, 0-2. Matt Richardson comes to the plate, and the curveball is poked into left field. Left fielder coming in and making the catch is Fernland, 1 down. So Fernland placed perfectly to gather that liner in, 1 away, and that'll bring up Joseph Nelson. Nelson has struck out and walked. Coming up with 1 out and a runner on first here in the top of the 7th, with the Crabs enjoying a healthy 9-run lead. And Wea goes out to have a word with Richardson. Make sure they've got their signals coordinated. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error for the Rockhounds. 10 runs, 11 hits, and the Crabs have played errorless baseball. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball. 0-1. Remember, tomorrow is Cancer Awareness Day. Hope to see you out at the park and wear a little pink. 0-1 to count. Fouled at the plate. 0-2. Richardson ahead, no balls and 2 strikes to the right-handed hitting Joseph Nelson. The next pitch, tries to check his swing. Does he go around? He's going to ask the first base umpire, and Islas says no, so the count now a ball and 2 strikes. Richardson gets the sign from Enwea and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. Fastball. Blew it by him. His 2nd strikeout for Matt Richardson. There are 2 down in the 7th, and we go to the top of the order now. And Vinny Margetta. Margetta 1 for 3 on the evening. Right-handed hitting, 2nd sacker. Gutierrez, a very modest lead at first base. They're not going to be sending him with a 9-run deficit. Fastball low and away, 1-0. Slow ground ball down to the 3rd baseman. Up with it is Tucker. His throw to first in time to retire Margetta and the Rockhounds in the 7th inning. No runs. There was 1 base hit, no errors and 1 left at the end of 6 1/2. It's the Crabs 10 and the Rockhounds 1. You're listening to Crabs Baseball on KGOE 1480 Arcadia, Eureka.
Renowned ballpark staff. They're also Angel Voice, by the way. Angel Voice ballpark staff. And a little take me out to the ball game.
It's rare.
Pitcher 10. 5. Go.
All right. Crowd just singing the number one song at the Arcata Ballpark, number one with a bullet. Take me out to the ball game. Is that still Perman on the mound?
Yes.
All right, right-hander will be facing Wyatt Tucker, Chase Fernland, and then the top of the order, and Jack Crowell. Wyatt Tucker, the pride of Arcata High, has had a heck of an evening. 3 singles, and he has scored a couple of the 10 runs that the Crabs have plated this evening.
For the Humboldt Crabs, number 18, Wyatt Tucker.
Tucker playing at third base in this evening's ball game. Served as the designated hitter in last night's contest. First pitch to him is taken high with a fastball, 1-0. High pop-up, foul territory. Third baseman comes in, and he is under it, and he makes the catch. He almost lost it, but he hung with it and gathered it in for the first out. 1 down, and that'll bring up Chase Fernland.
Number 3, Chase Fernland.
Chase looking for his first base hit as a Humboldt Crab. He's walked in 3. He's walked, and then he's struck out and popped out to a shallow right field. 0 for 2 on the evening. And he takes a breaking pitch for a called strike 1. Right down the heart of the plate with a fastball, and he's behind now 0-2 to Ryan Perman. The 0-2 misses wide with a slider, 1-2. The next pitch, fastball inside on the hands, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Perman a lot quicker worker than Carson Hawes, who started in tonight's ball game. And the 2-2 misses, ball 3. Full count to Fernland. And the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fernland down on strikes for the second time this evening. And that'll bring up Jack Crowell. Crowell a double in 4 trips. He has driven in a run and scored 2. 1 for 4 on the evening. And he fouls that pitch back, strike 1. The next offering is laced into right field. That's going to be in there if it's fair. It is a fair ball, and it goes to the wall. Rounding first and heading to second is Crowell. The throw into the infield is not going to be in time as he pulls into second with a stand-up double. Second consecutive 2-base knock for Crowell. The Crabs another runner in scoring position with 2 down, and here is Patrick Chung. Chung 2 for 4 on the evening. Patrick, a single and a double. He has driven across a pair and scored a run. Chung, left-handed hitter. Perman at the belt, and the pitch. High with a fastball, 1-0. Chung wears number 4 on his back. I ought to do a better job of giving the numbers that the players wear. Jack Crowell, number 6, at second base. The pitch to Chung, a breaking ball. It's over the plate but high, 2-0. Two and 0 to Chung. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch, 2-1. Perman, a look back at second, and he comes home. Ground ball, weakly hit to the right side. That's going to be trouble. The first baseman's got it. Thrown to the pitcher, covering just in time to get the speedy Chung for the out. So that'll do it for the Crabs in the 7th inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. And at the end of 7, it's the Crabs 10 and the Rockhounds 1. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka.
Check out this ball game. Choose the pitch. And then you have to make it go in circles. Check out the graphics.
What, it's a game you play?
Yeah. It's awesome.
Harley Lewis, you have your ID. It's at the souvenir stand. Harley Lewis.
So you have to make it. So my guy's out of Stevens. You have to make it. You have to hit the circle. When it's blue, you hit it perfectly. You have to time it just right.
All right. Hacha. Did we do all the ads?
15.
Yeah, we did the ads. We want to recognize one of the all-time cool Crab pitchers, and that's Big Ben Langridge, who pitched here from 2005 to 2007. Ben donated boxes of baseballs to the program this year. The Crabs are always in the back of my mind, and I try to make it up at least once a summer if possible. My hope is that the baseballs turn into freeway balls, courtesy of Crabs hitters, of course. I'm excited for the upcoming 73rd consecutive year of baseball on the coast and wish to see it continue for many more years to come, said former Crabs ace Ben Langridge. What a great guy he is. We hope he'll visit us when he comes here. All right, top of the 8th inning. Richardson on the mound. Danny Molinari at the bat. And the first pitch to Molinari is grounded to the second baseman. Chung is up with it. Throw to first. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 8th inning. Richardson came in the 6th, picking up for Jeffrey Kirsten, who is going to pick up his first victory of the season unless there's a miraculous comeback by the Rockhounds. So it looks like, Benjamin, are you going to bring your broom tomorrow? Benjamin sometimes brings a broom for a 3-game
I have a broom already here, ready to go.
Oh, you got
tomorrow.
it ready? Oh,
I have a special broom just for that purpose.
Okay. All right.
It's ever,
Always a step ahead.
think about these things.
Here's Mark Quimby, and the first pitch to Quimby, a fastball just a bit inside, 1-0.
I went out and bought a whole special broom, special bristles, the whole thing.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Ground ball, backhanded by the third
what a
baseman.
play.
The throw to first, pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he is unable to make the tag, but an outstanding effort by Wyatt Tucker at third base. That'll be an
I don't know
infield
why
single.
fans are booing. He was clearly safe.
What is it?
It's a single.
Yeah, that's a base hit. Tucker, that was a hard shot. I think one hopper that he backhanded behind the bag, and his throw to first pulled Myers off the bag, and Myers unable to make the tag of Quimby going by. So runner at first, 1 down. Here's Max Smith, and he takes a fastball at the outside corner for a strike. 1 for 2 on the evening is Smith, left-handed hitter, and he's got some punch. And there it is, a ground ball into right field for a base hit. Rounding second is Quimby. He's going to hold there on the one base hit by Smith. So the Rockhounds now with runners at first and second, 1 down, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Kevin Sandry. Sandry 1 for 2, and he drove in the only run of the ball game that the Rockhounds have plated with a sacrifice fly back in the 4th inning. Two on, one gone. Sandry at the bat, and he takes a pitch for a call, strike 1. Richardson looks into Enwia for the sign, and the pitch, and it's fouled off to the right and out of play. So Matt Richardson ahead now on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Got a little room to maneuver. Try and induce Sandry for a pitch outside the zone. The 0-2. Breaking ball. He almost got it. He tempted him, but Sandry able to lay off, and it's 1-2. Richardson at the belt. Check of the runner at second, and the pitch. Ground ball to the left side. Third baseman's got it. Tucker to second for 1. No throw to first. Ball was not hit that hard. So Sandry safe at first on the fielder's choice. Max Smith cut down. Mark Quimby moves to third. The Rockhounds with runners at first and third, 2 down, and Kenny Quilliton coming to the bat. Quilliton has grounded out 3 times, once second to first and twice third to first. Quilliton, right-handed hitter, serving as the DH in tonight's ball game. From the stretch, the pitch, ground ball, just foul, fair ball into left field. 1 run's going to score, and that's going to be all. Heading to second base, no, he's going to be in there safely with a double, is Quilliton. So credit Quilliton with a run batted in as Quimby comes in to score. On the play, Sandry moves to third. So it's a 10-2 ball game. Runners at second and third, 2 down, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Nathan Gutierrez. 1 for 3 on the evening. He singled in his last at bat. The pitch to Gutierrez, swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. Gutierrez going for the downs with that swing. Richardson working from the stretch. The fastball misses wide, 1-1. So the Rockhounds have plated 1 this inning. They got a couple in scoring position, trying to fight back from a huge 10-2 deficit. Fastball on the outside corner at the knees, and Gutierrez did not like that call.
Yeah.
Turns around and has something to say to the home plate
that did look
umpire,
a little bit,
Swanson.
That did look a little bit outside.
It did. 1-2 to Gutierrez. Richardson comes to the plate. That curveball just misses. Looks about the same spot, to be honest. It's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. He was jammed on that one. So we'll do it again, 2-2. Richardson set. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. Second baseman backhands. Nice play by Chung. Throw to first to get him. An outstanding defensive play to prevent 2 more runs from coming across as Gutierrez grounds out second to first. For the Rockhounds in the 8th inning, they got 1 run. There were 3 hits and 2 left, and at the end of 7.5, it's now the Crabs 10 and the Rockhounds 2. You're listening to Crabs Baseball on KGOE 1480 Arcadia Eureka. Here we go. We're rich.
We only had $5.99 tonight, Hope. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 8th inning, it'll be Burks, Myers, and Blakeman for the Crabs. They're leading 10-2. Today's attendance, 566 folks at the ballpark. Watch the game tonight. And it has turned rather chilly. Jeremiah Burks is 0 for 2 with a couple of runs scored. And the first pitch is taken for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 breaking pitch. Ooh, a beauty in there at the knees for a called strike. 0-2. Matt Richardson out on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. No, actually for his 4th inning of work. And now something's going on down on the field. I'm not sure what. The umpire has turned around and is saying something. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what that was about. But anyway, at any rate, the count's 0-2 to Burks. And now he calls time again. Now pitcher steps off and takes a little walk behind the mound. The 0-2 to Burks. Fastball misses high, 1-2. And the 1-2 popped high in the air on the right side. First baseman in foul territory behind the bag. Now he comes back in the fair territory and catches it right on the line for out number 1. So here's Ryan Myers, 1 for 4 with a run scored.
Burks wasn't pleased, when he popped that one up. But he made an error in not running it out because it was
foul.
Fallen
back.
It was foul,
right,
and it veered
Drifted
back
in.
into fair territory. And if that ball had been dropped and he'd have been out, he'd have got a chewing out.
Embarrassed, yeah.
He'd have been a chewing out.
Yeah, it's true.
Got to run him out. You never know.
First pitch to Myers is fouled up against the screen. It's 0-1. And there's one in the dirt, 1-1. Especially a ball like that that's hit high in the air in the dark.
Yeah.
The Crabs themselves lost 2 balls like that earlier in the game. 1-1 pitch. Down in the dirt. 2-1. The 2-1. Ooh, a big cut at a fastball up at the eyes, and it's 2-2. Two-two pitch. Oh, the breaker misses just down and low and outside. So the count now full to Ryan Myers. And the next pitch is swung on and missed at the fastball, and he's gone. 2 away. Here's Kyle Blakeman. 2 for 4.
Number 2, Kyle Blakeman.
He's got 2 RBIs, I count. Is that right?
Yes. I have 2. I have 3 for Myers, but can that be right?
It's harder for me to count, but I see 2.
2. I think that makes sense. I don't see how I gave him the 3rd.
First pitch is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. That one's hit high in the air and foul out of play. Oh, no, I see 3 now.
Do you?
Yeah, 1 in the first. And 1-2 in the fourth.
Okay. All right. Every few years I'm right about something. Pleases me to no end.
My 3 favorite words. 1-1 pitch. Fouled up against, over towards the Crabs dugout. I was right.
Well, you learn you have to do something by yourself. You can't count on other people. For example, tonight, I asked a friend to buy me a winning ticket. Did I get a winning ticket?
No. No.
Just confetti, money confetti. That's what it was.
The 1-2 called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. That's all for Blakeman. He doesn't like the call, but he's out of there on strikes. Crabs go 1-2-3 in the 8th. Nevertheless, they lead 10-2. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE.
The ump says with an 8-run lead, you got to swing at that pitch, buddy. I'm ready to go home.
Estimated attendance, 17,730. Actual attendance, 566.
Now on the Astros. I only picked the Astros because I like their ballpark.
And they're the best team right now.
Is that reflected?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's at least current to this season.
Oh, okay. I just like that ballpark with that court.
New pitcher.
You don't have the deep center field anymore. They took that out.
Oh, really?
The little hill, yeah.
Oh, that's
Put
too
a
bad.
wall in there.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah, me too.
We got a new pitcher, Watkins.
Watkins.
Kyle Watkins.
Kyle. C-Y-L-E or K-Y?
I can see why Elliot's C.
C-Y-L-E.
10, 5.
All right, heading into the top of the 9th inning, Robin Guyver is inserting Kyle Watkins to finish up for Jeffrey Kirsten and Matt Richardson. Richardson went 3 innings, gave up 1 run. And Watkins now coming in with the tough job of protecting an 8-run lead. And he's facing the bottom of the order to start off with a number 8 hitter, Page, and then Josh Nelson. Each of them have struck out twice this evening. Reminder, tomorrow, 12:30 ball game. Cancer Awareness Day. Wear pink if you can. And after the game, the kids will run the bases. And Benjamin will be attired in a way that is appropriate for someone of his stature. I can promise you.
I'm excited
Well,
and intrigued.
I know you will be.
And intrigued.
Here's Daniel Page. Right-handed hitting third
The
baseman.
line on Richardson, by the way.
Go ahead.
3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He walked nobody and struck out 2. Good job.
Now a little conference between Anthony Enuia and Kyle Watkins. Kyle Watkins spells his name a little differently than most Kyles. It's C-Y-L-E. Kyle Watkins. And his first pitch is grounded to the third baseman. It go off the glove of Wyatt Tucker into left field, and I think that's going to be an error.
And I think you're correct.
First error of the ball game on the Crabs. So Page aboard, and that'll bring up a right-handed hitting second baseman Joseph Nelson, who has yet to put the ball in play this evening.
Although he does have a very cool helmet.
He does have a cool helmet. He has walked and twice struck out, once looking, once swinging. And he takes the first pitch strike, 0-1. Watkins at the set and the pitch. Fastball rides high, 1-1. At the set, the pitch inside, 2-1 to Nelson. What was the attendance tonight? 580?
566.
566. The pitch. Breaking ball, catches the outside corner. It's 2-2. Right-hander versus right-hander. Watkins gets the sign from Inouye. And the pitch. Breaking ball just misses. Count goes full. Watkins at the set, the 3-2 pitch. Curveball fouled behind us, and we'll do it again, 3-2. From the set, the 3-2 pitch. Fouled off, got jammed.
Yeah, good pitch.
We'll do it again, 3-2. Got him. Curveball. Got
That
him
was
to
wicked.
chase. That was a
Yikes.
wicked curve. So Nelson, unfortunately, gets the hat trick. Third strikeout of the evening, and we go to the top of the order, and Vinny Margetta. Margetta 1 for 4 on the evening. Bat girl with some balls for home plate umpire Swanson, and we're ready to go. The pitch to Margietta hits him, plunks him on the hip, and he trots to first base. The Rockhounds now with runners at first and second without virtue of a base knock, an error and a hit batter. And that'll bring up Molinari, who is 0 for 4. He has 3 times grounded out and been guilty of rarely called batter's interference, which ended the third inning. Watkins comes to the plate, and it's grounded past the shortstop and into left field. Rounding third and coming to the plate is Page. The throw to the plate is dropped by the catcher, and he scores.
Wow, that throw was right on the money. Unfortunately,
it was a good throw.
And we are not able to hang on to it. That would have ended the game.
No.
Oh, sorry, it's only one out.
Only one out.
But anyway, still would have been a good play.
It sure would have. All right, so Page scores. Margietta moves to third on Molinari's RBI single. It's now 10-3, and that'll bring up Mark Quimby. Quimby's had a good evening, 2 for 4, and he scored 2 runs, 2 of the 3 that have been plated by the Rockhounds. Watkins from the set, and the pitch. Bounces in the dirt, ball 1. Watkins, one of the local lads on the Crab squad, pitched for Eureka High School. Lives in Eureka, or fouled back, lives in Eureka. The count 1-1. Watkins does his pitching in college for Abilene Christian University. 1-1 the count. The number 3 hitter in the Rockhounds order, Mark Quimby. And the pitch. A little humpback liner. The shortstop moves back, and making the catch is Crowell for the second out. So a little soft liner, 2 down. And it'll be up to Max Smith. Smith 2 for 3 on the evening, a couple of singles. Left-handed hitter. Fastball wide, 1-0. Runners at the corners, 2 gone. The pitch to Smith. Max takes a curveball just a bit low, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. High and wide, 3-0. Kevin Sandry in the on-deck area hoping to get an at-bat. The 3-0. Smith takes a strike. From the set, the 3-1 pitch. High pop-up in foul ground. It's going to be out of play. Rockhounds down to their last strike. Molinari at first base will be off with this 3-2 pitch. Off and running. Not so with Margetta on at third. And the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball, just foul outside of first base. We'll do it again, 3-2. At the set, the payoff pitch. Got him swinging on an off-speed curveball, and that's the ball game. Smith down on strikes. The Rockhounds settle for a single tally in the 9th inning. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left. And the Crabs win it by a score of 10-3. The winning pitcher, the starter, was Jeffrey Kirsten. Kirsten gets the win. Relief help by Matt Richardson, and Kyle Watkins finishes up. The loser, the starter for the Rockhounds, Carson Hawes. The Crabs, 10 runs on 12 hits and 1 error. The Rockhounds, 3 runs, 9 hits, and they also committed an error. Any final thoughts on the action tonight, Benji?
No, I don't think so. Not really. Big win for the Crabs.
Was indeed, and the Crabs will be going for a series sweep tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, I guess I do have one comment. We've seen some extremely solid fielding on both sides for the first 2 games of the series.
That's nice.
And, yeah, it is nice.
All right. We've seen the Crabs win the opening 2 for Robin Guyver, and they will go for that series sweep tomorrow at 12:30. We hope to see you here on Cancer Awareness Day. For my broadcasting buddy, the Professor Benjamin Schaefer, I'm Hulk Holcomb, and we're rounded third and heading for home.
All right, gents.
All right.
And ignoring me. Usually you get what? Yeah. It's weird when you don't get anything. What's your number, dude? 502.
He changes his phone numbers every 6 months to stay ahead of the law. Several states in the East are after him.
And does fake
Good night,
puzzle.
everybody.